Hello dear friends, this is Solomon here, and I'm continuing to test different armies for Town Hall 18, and I have already shown you a bunch of armies with meteor golems, with dragon riders, and today I will show you another great army for Town Hall 18 which works perfectly in the legends. And of course that means that if you can destroy Town Hall 18 bases in legends, that means that you can, of course, destroy any base in the regular wars, in CWL, and so on. And the the army that I will show you today is on your screens. And this is a variation of a thrower army. I have adjusted this army for myself, and I was struggling with time fails during the tests. And I think I have found the reason why I was getting time fails. At first I was using furnaces instead of Yetis and siege barracks instead of the troop launcher, and probably that was the reason. Siege barracks are great for funneling, but you don't have enough support in the core of the base. For example, if your king ability is triggered early and you don't have the jump spell for the back end of the base, then your throwers can stuck inside the walls and they cannot finish the last part of the base, and that's why we are getting I was getting time fails. That's why I switched to the troop launcher, and besides I'm also using a jelly for the Grand Warden. Basically, for the Grand Warden, we are usually using the Sneezy because she provides support, she provides protection for the healers and so on. But with the jelly, actually, we can set up a fireball without using an ice block spell. And we are actually short on spells in this army. I mean, we don't have any free slots for the spells, and that's why we need to try to save as much as possible. That's why the jelly is a great option here. Besides, we don't also need a Sneezy in this army because we have some loons in the troop launcher, and the main thing, we have a couple of root riders there, and this helps, as I said, to destroy through the walls. So now let me show you some replays from the legends and you will see this army in action. But before that, I just want to remind you guys, if you like the content that I'm making, please don't forget to subscribe my channel. This is free for you and this is very important for me. So I hope for your support, and let's jump to the attacks. Okay, so this is the first attack, and actually today I've seen this base several times. And with my previous variation of this army, I got a time fail on this exactly layout, and after the correction, I get a 3-star here. First of all, what we are looking for? We are looking for a good fireball value. We don't need something crazy. I mean, actually on this base we don't have any crazy value. We can try to destroy the clan castle if we fireball into the scatter shot, but actually that is a pretty difficult move. That's why I decided to take out the spear, the monolith, and the scatter shot. That would be enough. Besides, don't hesitate to use the totem spells to protect your Grand Warden. You should better be safe than sorry. Of course, you don't want to lose your Grand Warden. So 2 invis spells, we're getting a pretty good fireball, we're creating a funnel, and this is the main thing, and then we follow with the throwers. I decided to go to the top instead of the bottom because I think probably bottom would be better because there is a revenge tower, but I decided to go to the top because there is a better funneling probably. Next time I face this base, I will try to go from the bottom. We are using our queen on top, and with the support of a couple of Yetis and an ice golem, queen is funneling pretty well. Probably I would rather use a unicorn on queen, but that's something to be discussed. And yeah, you see the funneling is pretty well. One thing that not going great is that troop launcher for some reason sending troops to the queen instead of the throwers. But there are more troops around the throwers. I don't know why the troop launcher is working that way. We are entering into the core. I'm using the totem spell for the protection. Grand Warden is there. King ability also goes off. My throwers are pretty safe. I'm using a rage spell in front of the revenge tower, and then immediately the invisibility spell to get additional protection in front of the revenge tower. And actually that worked. The tower went down pretty quickly. Now we have, I think, even two armies. On one side we have throwers with healers and Grand Warden. On the other side we have our queen with Royal Champion, with the Root Riders, and with Yetis. And actually that also worked pretty well, because this way we destroyed everything really quickly, and the ending of the attack. So I have some throwers alive, queen alive, Royal Champion in her Phoenix ability, and that's a 3-star. By the way, this is a pretty good layout. I will try to look for it for myself in Legends, probably with some corrections. And if you have this layout, you can share a link with me, and I will be that will be very appreciated from my side. Okay, next attack, and this is another popular layout in Legends currently. And by the way, when this layout was used on Town Hall 17, it was pretty easy to be destroyed with Furnace Yeti army with Fireball, but on Town Hall 18, it became more difficult, in my opinion. Besides, this base is pretty maxed out. I see lots of defenses that were upgraded to maxed, and the Guardian also 5 level. This is maximum. So what we are doing, we are starting with the Grand Warden Walk, and as I said, with Jelly, Grand Warden Walk is pretty quick. If we compare it even with a Grand Warden and couple of Furnaces, this variant, I think, is not slower than the Furnace Warden Walk. I also actively use the Totem spell. This is the second one, because there is a lot of damage and I don't want to lose my Grand Warden. Even the Rage spell is being used here because, as I said, too many damage is coming into the Grand Warden, and as soon as the jelly goes off, we can prepare for our Fireball. My goal was to send the Fireball into the spell towers. That's the main thing, and that's like the main idea. Besides, we can destroy some defenses around that. So the Fireball goes off. Pretty nice Fireball, by the way, creating a good funnel, and we are entering from the side of 1 speeders. And this is also a good option, because this way we can destroy the Town Hall in the beginning of the attack, as I have already done some 1-stars on this base, but with other armies. So now we are following with the throwers, our queen on the right with couple of Yetis. As I said, queen with Yetis is doing a pretty quick and efficient funneling. And we are entering into the core using the totem spells. Usually you should try, I think, in my opinion, you should try to use totem spells in the beginning, where when there are a lot of defenses still up on the base, and this way you can block a lot of damage. In the end of the attack, there is not much defenses usually, and at that moment you won't need the totem spells. This is my opinion. Probably you can disagree, and if so, please write your opinion in the comments also. Here actually I used my king ability, and I think here also you will see how efficient the Root Riders are in this army, because I think, yeah, one of the Root Riders is still there, and it managed to open the wall. His last move was on this in this attack, but the wall was open, so we saved a lot of time. And yeah, we have cleanup here, we have troops on the top, and this base is destroyed. So I think we can speak of 2 main steps in this attack and in every attack with this army. First, a good fireball, creating a good funneling, then the opposite side of the funneling created by the queen, and then you are entering into the core with your throwers. The next attack and the ring base with some defense in the core, and in such bases you usually want to fireball the core, because we will take down the monolith, the revenge tower, and the clan castle. These are pretty important defenses, and if you can take them down in the beginning, that is a great opportunity, and you have for sure take that if you can. And also I'm getting used to this jelly walk, and Grand Warden is very efficient with the jelly. We started to forget how how Grand Warden is efficient with the jelly, because we usually use Sneezy, we usually use furnaces, but sorry, besides the fact that jelly speeds up the Grand Warden dive, you also should not forget that Sneezy can trigger the Teslas, and sometimes Sneezy is the main reason why you are missing the fireball, because at the last moment, and this happened to me also, in the last moment, the bubbles from the Sneezy just trigger the Tesla, and your fireball goes in the different direction that you planned. Here, by the way, Grand Warden didn't take down that poison tower, and that's a pity. And yeah, 1 HP, I think. Yeah, that poison tower didn't go down, and it will be reloaded, but still we should be okay. So I'm starting the funneling on top with my queen and ice golem, and also I'm using a totem spell so queen can destroy the enemy prince, which is also great. Unfortunately, my king went away from the funneling, but I will use his ability to join my army. So again, jump in the core. I would rather use king ability there, but he went away. But as I said, you see the ability of the king, and he opens every wall there. My royal champion also helping queen and king, and again we have here double push attack. My king, queen, and royal champion on top, my grand warden with throwers on the bottom, and actually this also worked well. And again, the root riders helped my throwers to go through the core. Without the king, this would be a problem. And we are finishing this base with pretty much troops alive. My queen didn't use her ability, by the way, and this also shows how efficient this army is. It's a 3-star, and this is the first day I'm playing with this army, and I already have some success, which means that while I will get more experience, this will be even more powerful. One more attack, and yeah, this is an ideal base, almost ideal base for the fireball. In the core, we can see double speeder, which is great. Invisibility will also be destroyed. Besides, if you see on a base the revenge tower standing close to the edge of the base, you should definitely try to destroy it with your Grand Warden, because Grand Warden is targeting defenses first because of the jelly, and this way he can destroy the revenge tower even before it get activated, which is huge. And because of that, yeah, this base was also destroyed. So as I said, I decided to fireball the core, and before that I decided to kill the revenge tower. The heroes are protecting the bell, and yeah, this will be the next step. We will go into that bell when they are all together, and when we are in the beginning of the attack, we can pretty much tank all those damage from the heroes, and that should not be a big problem. I used the totem spell here, but I think I did it pretty late, and that totem spell will stand till the end of the attack on almost. So you see, the revenge tower was destroyed before it even started to shoot. And then I activated Tornado Trap, which is also great. I think this is a bait for the Royal Champion walk. So now we are starting the Fireball. I'm invisibility a lot of defenses because I just wanted to be sure that the Fireball won't go in the different direction. And then I can start my throwers. So the funnel is great. We destroyed the clan castle, which means the troops won't come out from there. My king here with I think I even placed one Yeti there. That was a mistake. I was planning to use the Yeti with the queen, but it's not a big deal. So we are entering into that compartment with the bell, and with so many troops in front of my throwers, we can just smash through those heroes. And now we should start to use the totem spells. And one great thing about the totem spell is that you can use it to redirect the speeder, which is also great. Now I should actually use the jump spell or the king ability. Doesn't mean a lot. I mean, it doesn't there is no big difference what to use, jump spell or the king ability, because both works great. And again, we have double push attack, our throwers on the right side and my heroes with root riders on the left. And again, you see how efficient are the root riders from the clan castle. They are just pushing through the walls, letting my queen in those compartments. And yeah, the root rider, I think, oh, it didn't open the last wall, but the queen with her ability just easily came through the walls, and it's another 3-star. So the army is really great. The only thing you will probably struggle with is time, as throwers are not very quickly, and if you lose your Grand Warden in the beginning, then there can be a time fail. But everything else is okay with this setup, and you should definitely try to use it in your attacks. Okay guys, so this is the army that I've been showing you today in the replays. If you have any ideas how to make this army stronger, please write in the comment section. I will leave the army link in the video description or in the pinned comment. If I forget, please remind me about that in the comment section. And I will continue to test new armies. And thanks a lot for your support, thanks a lot for watching and subscriptions, and I see you next video. It was Slamon, bye.